Just take a minute to share my experience. I didn't win a car, but it didn't matter. I grew up in a family business. Joe was talking about the way that you're raised and you kind of how that goes. And some of you know my story, but I went to my parents and told them if they didn't sell me their business, I was going to compete against them. After I've been working for them since I was expected since I was 12. But my parents didn't know some of their business, but I found out when I bought it that they were $90,000 in debt, unsecured debt, and they owed, I didn't know anything about P&L. I had no clue what that was. I was a technician. But I just wanted a bigger future. And I've been with Piranha for a couple of years, and 2 years before that, Javita and I had paid to be in platinum out of our own pocket. It was all the money that we had. We put it on a credit card, and we just knew we wanted to be here. My parents weren't supportive of it. It was very difficult. But we entered the contest the first year that we bought the company, and so the company was $70,000 negative in the hole, and that was in, I'm trying what year that was in August. And by the time the next year came around and we entered the contest, that was after being a full year in business, we had paid off all that debt, and we had made about $80,000. So I'm holding it back in. So I just want to tell you that, and you can do it. I mean, it's the thing that I shared when I was on stage, and the awesomest part about it was me, is that all my friends were there. I knew I was being judged by my peers, by these great people that I knew, and I'm on stage and I'm telling my story, and I'm all getting the smiles and thumbs up, and I was totally nervous. But I shared the story, but I had an Armani suit on, and so that was. I'm a little emotional. I apologize. I never had anything nice in my life. Thank you. Except my wife. And she is the one that bought me that suit. And she taught me that, I deserved nice things, and it was okay to have nice things. And if it would not have been for this group, I don't know where I would be in my business life. Somebody asked me today or earlier today, what was is this really worth it? And my decision was my personal life, marrying my wife was the best decision I ever made. In my business life, joining this group, I figured it out. I've only paid over the last 7 years or so about 1% of my total sales to be in this group. So I think it's funny when people talk about the 1%. Think about that. Yeah. Now think about the amount of money I've made, after being in this group, and it doesn't. I think people just assume that when you see somebody with this microphone and you see past successes that we don't have struggles. I mean, we all have struggles, and if you ask any of us, they will tell you. I'll tell you my struggles, and I can tell you I still am 100 times better off, even with my struggles, than I was 7 years ago when I met Chet and. Yeah. Joe was sick, and that was just a crazy experience. But it was like being drawn to a flame, a moth to a flame. And I just knew this is something I needed to be in. So if you have that feeling and you're willing to commit the time, win or not win, it doesn't matter. You'll make enough money to buy the car. I did. I didn't buy the car, but I made enough money to do that and reinvest it in my business. So I challenge you to understand that you deserve nice things in your life. It doesn't matter if you're a carpet cleaner or a stretch specialist or whatever it is that you do. I can tell you that there's been many times that I've reached out, probably not enough as I should in this group, but reached out the times that I've needed help and needed that support, and this group is there. And you don't find that anywhere else. You're not going to find that with your friends back home that have an 8-to-5 job. They're not going to understand you. They don't understand how an entrepreneur's life works. But I thank you guys for what you've done for me and my family.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.